we had done this one project in Kala Ghoda. We did an installation there. And JJ being one of the very good colleges, they host a lot of competitions as well in our college. So you will get a lot of exposure to that. Then, so basically, you know, guys, it's our field is amazing. If you are still confused if you want to go for architecture or not, do not think about it. It's very feasible. Even at home, you can sit and work. It's not compulsory that you have to go to college. You can start freelancing anytime, at any time of the day. You can be your own boss basically. Like, you know, you don't have to restrict yourself to go to a particular thing. You can keep on experimenting as long as you want, and then decide where you want to go in. Even you know, now my friends from bachelors, some of them are into photography. Some of them are like completely into photography. Some of them are set designers. They are some of them are doing theaters. So there are wide range that architecture can further lead to. So you don't have to worry about it. So guys, talking about my experience, so basically I'll share my screen with you so that I can tell you very briefly like what I did for my bachelor's, like all the projects. Ajinkya, are we good to go to share the screen?
Yeah. Ekda try kar. Later permission, I think so.
Yeah, I can see. I can share, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yes. So these are very initial drawings. I was initially interested in animation, so I love drawing and all. I did some caricatures also. So this is just to show, you know, how I began. It was very random, but still. So that is our studio, first year studio in Sajja College of Architecture. This is our basic design studio where we are making a model. So basically, to the left, you can see how basic design. We try to kind of explore different shadows and you know, different forms through different materials. So we use paper, we use cardboards, we use thermocols. Then to the right, you will see that we made different murals. So they gave us some topic, and we try to, again here, we try to use different material for different textures, colors to represent something. So that was one thing. Then this is quite interesting. So we were given a group project where we had to make an installation out of these strings, which was hyperbolic paraboloid. And we basically, you know, this you should definitely try at home also. It's quite interesting to decorate your home through this. So you, like with these colors, we tried to create a different kind of contrast with yellows and blues and achieve this. That was documentation of Kala Ghoda festival. So people from Mumbai, this is one of, they must be knowing about this. Kala Ghoda festival is very well-known festival, and now we kind of try to document it. So it's a 10 days festival. So we went there every day. We tried to observe, we roam around. So we tried to document what are different levels of, you know, documentation, like sound documentation or installation documentation or movement of people's behavior to it. So this was a group project, again, did in first year. Sorry guys for the poor quality of picture. We didn't have great cameras as you have today. So yeah, so that was one of the project we did in our first year. Then we were involved in Kala Ghoda festival, as I mentioned earlier. This was a part of installation that we participated. So this is the second year work. Basically, these are two different projects on the left and on the right, for SEM 3rd and 4th respectively. So here we were trying, you know, now, so first year it was more about being creative, you know, they let us do everything and anything. Then in second year, we tried to incorporate those architecture elements that are there like how we should place it, what all elements are there, and we tried to design it. So basically, we tried to design uh, a public center for in a village where we it was a Awas village. So basically there were post office, banks, and a festive ground. So how would it create? So we tried not only this, we also tried to experiment with the medium of presentation. So on the right we tried to do with watercolors. On left it was more about using ink colors. I don't know what you call it, water ink or something. We use that here. So we were then more into like coming close to what architecture is. So this is also second year where we designed a play school, interiors for the play school. So we made a model to kind of understand how those things would be. And it was for the play school, we tried to understand that how colors play an important role. So each room had something according to the level of classrooms. They had something different, unique theme to each of them to attract students or to learn in an informal way. There were outdoor spaces where they play with sand and water. So this is all how first and second year goes through, exploring everything, being creative. And later in third, this is the third year work. So later in third year, you are like half an architect by third year. So they try to focus more on focus more on technical things. Now they start telling you, make you think about what are the scale, what are the proportion, how does a particular space work, what is the circulation. So till second year, we don't really concentrate much on that. We try to be more creative, but on third year, we tend to be more practical, basically. So with that, we till second year we use watercolors and sketching as our mode of representation. In third year, we switched on to using software. So we tried to use SketchUp and Revit, and AutoCAD was something that we began with third year. So that was the building construction model that we made. So it's a Franco-Gehry house. It's made using balsam wood. Definitely, it was a group project. So here we tried to understand how a wooden structure is constructed. So with each and every joinery details, we tried to make this and understand. So this is another building construction of a long span technology that is used. Then after third year, our eighth semester was an internship. So most of the colleges, they have two semester of internship. Our college had one semester itself. So our eighth semester was internship. I did my internship with Hiren Gandhi and Architects in Ahmedabad. So I asked one question to our professor that how do I select which firm do I go to? It's very important for you to understand that why you want to go there and what you want to learn from them. So there was only two things in my mind, that I want to have a design experience, and I want to have a interaction with clients and contractors, because interaction with them teaches you a lot how to handle clients and the whole project thing. So when I like out of 2 to 3 offices that I was selected, why I choose Hiren Gandhi Architects was they give lot of exposure to interns there. They give you the whole project to uh, to design. So basically, I went on site. I selected materials for interior. I had a client meeting. I had meetings with contractors. There were a lot of disputes. So how you come to a solution, agreeing both of them. So you kind of get a whole experience of how an architectural firm works. So do consider taking a firm which is small, because smaller firms, they give you more exposure. You don't have to do only one thing. You are involved in more than one thing. So they give you a lot of exposure. it's not that name is everything. I think learning is everything. What you learn from them is more important. So I worked with Hiren Gandhian Architects for a period of 6 months, and I did urban design projects and interior projects. So this is one of the project which is development of lakes in Vadodara, and this is an urban design project. So that's when I, kind of was attracted towards urban design. I found it very interesting. From a large scale, you come to a details also in urban design. So that was the internship project. Then in 5th year, we had this project where we studied Banganga precinct, which is a heritage precinct again. And 1 second, I think there is some disturbance. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. So in 5th year, we kind of had. So by 4th year, you are like almost an architect. You understand what are different perspective that you have to go through as an architect and in architecture. So in 5th year, we did this one of the best project and amazing project, that my personal favorite basically. So we studied Banganga here. It's a heritage precinct. So we tried to incorporate urban design plus architecture here. We studied how the existing precinct works, what are the problems. So there were problems like, this precinct is visited by everyone, like the foreigners as well as locals. So there were a lot of opportunities that we could tap on. We tried to understand and talk with the locals there and get to a solution of how this would be. So we tried to, design in a way that we don't have compounds, because we were thinking about this project in next 50 years, like how it would be working. So we tried to, incorporate surroundings with our projects so that this place can be used in multiple ways. So I don't want to go into much detail about this project, but this is something that you do in your 5 years of architecture. Just an overview. You do landscaping also. Unfortunately, I don't have my hard drive here with me, so I couldn't incorporate a lot of things here. So whatever I had through my portfolio, I tried to incorporate that. So this is my thesis project again. So my topic was Center for Creative Art, Creative Glass. So my site was in Ahmedabad. I can talk about my thesis a lot, but I want to cut it short. So basically, our ninth semester, which is first semester of 5th year, was based on research. So we did a research in our one sem, and the second sem, which is the last sem, was more focused on designing. So basically, how I came up to this topic was, I was randomly reading this one topic where they were discussing about how the glass can be used in a creative way, or how the glass industry in India is suffering. And then I had a talk with few of my friends who were into this, and I realized that there is a lot of things that one suffers through for this particular field. So it was very important I thought it's very important to create some kind of awareness. For me, it was very difficult to get a case study because something this was never done in India. And people were not aware of it. Very few people were known to, what kind of things are needed or what are the problems needed. So that's when I realized like why it is important for me to do it. So for even you guys, you try to get engage with community so that you understand their problems and try to focus on that if you have some topic, something related to this. So that's my model. I made it with Balsam Good. Anyway, so that's our classroom. So we have a lot of active sessions with teachers, and the good thing about JJ campus is it's environmental friendly. Like, you have environment everywhere. You just move out of your class, you come to a place where there are a lot of trees, and people randomly sitting and doing their painting and exploring. So it's quite interesting to see the wide range of people doing different kind of activities. So we celebrated a lot of festivals also. So this is from one of the festival. So that's all from JJ. Like I think uh, it's it was an amazing experience. Anyone would um, like you tend to explore a lot when you move on to a bigger city where you live than where you live in. So I don't know what else you guys want to know, so you can just put it into the chat box and we can answer it later. I'll move on to my experience in CEPT. So basically in CEPT, I did urban design. So it was divided into 4 semesters. So the first semester was about understanding the city. So this is the poster from 2019. I was in 2018. I didn't have that poster, so I have to put this. But our work was also similar to this. So everyone was divided into a group of 15 students, and each one of us had 1 square kilometer of area to learn something. So each week we had different parameters to study. So for example, on the first day we just go and explore the city. We try to document through pictures. Essay documentation was the first thing that we did. Then we tried to understand what are the how the transportation within happen, what are the factors that cause traffic jam, or what are the different problems related to transport or mobility. Then we also tried to understand what are different housing types, So other than that, we tried to understand the urban design places also. So if there are any public spaces, how they are working, what are the problems. So in the first semester, you get a overall idea of what are different layers that a city or city planning goes through. So it was very interesting because this after we studied all these parameters, at the end we had a collective session where we compared with our precinct with different precincts. So on city level we got a idea of how what are the numbers, like where where we have a lot of opportunities and where we don't have, or why people migrate from one part of the city to another, what kind of jobs opportunities are there. So there were a lot of things that we learned. It was one of the best semesters in SEP. I'll not go through all this because this is very technical, I can say, or needs a lot of study. So, uh, yeah, we tried to understand how the urban shift happened, like why people migrated, or what was the history of the place, and how it helped in changing or developing that place. Then we also tried to understand what are the public activities within, and how people have, built their own place using public spaces, or how they have privatized the public space. Then for our end semester, like for the end exercise, we tried to illustrate some public spaces through the illustrations. So, so in SEP, like for all these 4 semesters, they were divided in such a way that first we studied, we tried to understand the city, then which was with coordination from all the students, like people from urban planning, people from infrastructure, housing, everyone. We were together, so it was like a foundation course. It was a foundation course, and in second year we were then moved to our specialization. So in second year, this is the urban design studio, where we try to understand different elements of urban design. So there are 4 elements: street, open spaces, street open spaces, urban block, and one more is that I missed it. So there is street, open spaces, and building blocks. So buildings are one of urban fabric, basically, is one of the 4th element. So here we tried to understand. We took one example from place that we are known. Okay, 1 second. to select one place from the city we know or a place we know and explore it, draw it. So when you observe, when you go to that place, it's different. But when you start drawing it, you observe things in more detail. So I selected this Jori Bazaar in Jaipur. So when I visited it, I knew how the character of the space is. So I tried to incorporate those characters and bring on those characters through my illustrations. So in SEP, one of the best thing that I learned is that how you do illustrations by, how you convince a particular thing with the most minimal presentation that can be done. So that was another open space, which was Pushkar Ghat in Pushkar. And then we try to compare different types of building, like for example office building which is in Ahmedabad, which is in anywhere in India, and how that office building is in any foreign country. So we try to understand how the building structure is, how the neighboring spaces to that building reacts with that building, and what kind of impact that buildings give to that place is something that we try to understand. Then this was urban block, which is Bhadra Plaza in Ahmedabad. People from Ahmedabad must be knowing this place. It's one of the most famous places in Ahmedabad. So basically, in urban block, we try to understand how these buildings, how this street, how these open spaces, they come together and form a building, urban block, and how they act with each other to create some kind of experience and to some kind of character and to give some kind of character to that place. So we were told to explore different modes of presentation here. So we kind of tried to explore that here. So in second sem again, we were given the site in Gandhinagar. So as one of the wellness sector, and redesigned it. So earlier we did something where we studied the city, studied those things, and now we have to use those studies and incorporate those studies here in our design. So basically, we went on the side, we tried to analyze things like what are the problems. So there were problems that, the core was very inactive or the edges were very active. So there was something that was very randomly going on. So it was important for us to understand how these different elements of urban design can come together and create a self-sustainable sector in Gandhinagar. So that was something planned. So I had this minimal drawings where I tried to tell my concept, and then I had this overall side drawing where I tried to show that how it would transform into. So moving on to next, this was the third semester project. It was a township project again in Ahmedabad. So basically, it was a 500-acre site. So after from a smaller scale to bigger scale, you understand that once when you design one sector, you go into more depth. But what when it comes to a bigger site? How do you deal with it? How do you understand its connectivity? How important it is to create small open spaces or bring on the community engagement within our site. So the concepts like creating a green finger within those community spaces and incorporating community to this to the open space, and bringing on the crowd from Ahmedabad to this place, because this was situated in the outskirts where things are now developing. So we try to incorporate all those things. So it's actually very vast. I don't want to go into detail because it will take a lot of time. And that's my final project, which was my thesis. So my thesis was in Mathura. Final semester, we were told, so basically this was one of the cities selected by Hriday to develop it. So basically now we went on the real grounds to understand the real problems, and then propose a solution to them. So this was the site in Mathura, which is the Dori Bazaar street. It is one of the famous market street in Mathura. There is this famous Kans Killa, if you know King Kans. So his kingdom was here. So it was very interesting to know, to understand its history, how it has evolved, what changes have made it, what changes are done, and how people now react to those places, how they were supposed to be. So it was quite interesting. So we tried to kind of understand that mostly these old cities in India, they had the biggest problem is they have a lot of underutilized spaces. So we tried to understand what are the opportunities, what can be the strategies, how to maximize the use of such spaces. So we try to do something like draw that what is the existing character of the market, and keeping that in mind, not changing the character, because character is something that place is known for. You can't change the character. So keeping that in mind, how you can further develop that place, how you can give better amenities and create a better lifestyle for people there. So we kind of there was this ghat which was underutilized. There was a lot of dumping of garbage, and the place was not utilized and had a lot of potential to be used. So how it can be transformed. So basically we try to use different medium of presentations throughout this. Then this is some of the pictures from our class. So studies are done, I think. Now let's talk about the fun part in CEPT. We have such reviews in our classrooms where faculties from different field, they come in and give suggestions and give criticism. Then there are these outdoor discussions where this was one of the mid-sem presentation that we did. So our teachers were very proud of us. So this was during that we kind of comparing all those races that we did together. Then we have such interactive sessions with our teachers where they try to teach us some new softwares, or how to compare, or we have some table discussions there. Then this was the informal discussions that we had with the B.V. Joshi sir. He came, and I think this was during when he won the award. He came to CEPT and all the students. So this was such informal sessions are always there in the campus. Then we have different house competitions. So seniors, juniors, they react, they interact. Then one of the most amazing of the picture from Onam, and where we decorated and celebrated. So CEPT is known for its garba, and it's amazing to experience that. Then this was the end sem where we had a rock band in our college. It's amazing, like not just about studies. We also have experience with all this other activities that was there. Then there are these summer school, like when at end of every semester you have an exhibition. So there is summer exhibition and winter exhibition. So the pictures are from those exhibitions. Also, we had collaboration with different universities, international universities. So from students from there, they came in. We had a 1 week session. We had a lot of communication with them regarding what they think about India. They came up with questions like what is the significance of one particular thing. So we tried to have a lot of exposure globally also. Then I went to Amsterdam. So we had a small summer school in Amsterdam with Rutul Joshi sir. So here we tried to, explore Amsterdam completely by ourselves. Like, we had a 10 days long from different fields. We met urban designers, planners, housing department, and we kind of explored how the city works, and that helped us since we were from planning of a faculty of planning. It was important for us to understand how the city is now catered, or how they have evolved the city. So by studying this, it kind of helped us to compare and come up with a different kind of solutions that can be used in India for the problems that we face, because each country, each city, they evolve, and the problems more or less are similar. It's just that the proportion, scale, or magnitude of the problems are different. So how the city has evolved, the public spaces in India, it's very difficult to find such public spaces, but how they work in um, such cities, it's very important to know. So this workshop kind of helped me to explore and see the cities in different manner. So if this is one of the best thing that CEPT gives you. The summer winter schools are one of the best. So if you are interested, if you have a lot of money to spend, definitely do consider, because they are expensive in a way, but they give you lot of exposure. And yeah, the way you explore city through these workshops are much different than the way you go as a tourist there. So I would highly recommend you that you should definitely keep on doing these workshops and competitions. um, Lastly, I would like to say that, okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. Oh,
I can see you. I can see you.
Yeah, I can see you.
The screen. Yeah.
I can see you. I can see you.
okay, so guys, I think it's very important for you guys to be very clear with your basics, understand what you want to do it, explore what you want to do it in all these 5 years, and then go for masters or anything that you want to do in your future. Do a lot of competitions. Academy is okay, but with academy, it's very important for you to understand that these competitions give you a different perspective, basically. Um, so you should definitely explore in a way. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. I'm from my side. It's done. If you have any questions, you can go for it.
Just a second.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions, please
If you have any
ask her in
questions,
the chat.
please ask her in the chat.
In the meantime, Akanksha, we have two questions from Instagram. First one from K Sakshi. She is asking how to get into JJ ma'am, and secondly, was the experience in CEPT worth it? So I think the JJ question I can answer. You score really good in NATA, and you score really good in boards. That's a very simple answer.
Yeah, I think to get into any college, it's important that you have some strategies in your mind, because this 50% from so from your 12th board is also important. So you have to equally focus on that as well. So you have to keep you just set your minimum numbers that you need and focus on that. That you have to get this, but that minimum number should be good enough for you to get into that college.
Right.
There is I just want to because of the CEPT में जाने के लिए the criteria for undergraduate has changed now. There are 86 for B.Arch का course. 40 seats are reserved for Gujarat and 40 seats are reserved for out of the Gujarat state. उसमें same criteria, 50% boards, 50% NATA. But I'll just give you a fact check here. Last year I had a student 156 in NATA
Last year, I had a student 156
93%
in
in
NATA
boards couldn't
and
get in. So it's a tough call.
93% in boards.
CEPT is anyway tough, I guess. CEPT is pretty tough
CEPT is anyway
college
tough,
to get
I
in.
guess. CEPT is pretty
One of
But
the
you,
few colleges.
CEPT is one of the amazing colleges. Bachelor's in architecture, guys. If you put on all your efforts to get there, your life is amazing there. Like the kind of detailed drawings and presentation they go through is amazing.
Okay. Akanksha, we have some questions on here
Okay.
from Pragna. Can you see the questions
No, I can't.
in the chat?
Where do you see?
Wait,
From Pragna, she's asking, did you had internship
Yeah,
program?
I
How
can.
was your experience in internship?
Did you had your experience in internship?
Okay.
Really?
Okay. So
On the Instagram.
okay. So my internship program was amazing. As I mentioned earlier, that they gave a complete project to you to handle it. So you prepare slides, you give your presentation, try to incorporate whatever ideas there are or whatever the issues they had, the clients. That you come back, you tell your boss, what kind of problems they told you. So always see a office where you get to experience everything right from the beginning to the end. So I was lucky enough that one of the interior projects began with me and it ended as I ended my internship. So I went through all this process of selecting materials right from marbles to the lighting fixtures. So it was great. But guys, they're not there are really good architecture firms who believe in giving opportunities to interns and to grow. So I would highly recommend you that you communicate with your seniors, because they are the best people to give you suggestions where to go and where not to go, because they probably have a lot of contacts and networking, and they always be in touch with your seniors or talk with people who are part of that firm.
Akanksha, right. I think your net is doing a little bit of issue. What we do will send from example. I have Zoom meeting का ID and password in the previous two.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Akanksha, can you hear me here? Can you hear me? Akanksha? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are some questions. Hansraj is asking, was model of house hard to make? The Frank Lloyd Wright ka hard. Was it hard to make? Yes.
But everything is easy. But yeah, it was not very difficult because this was a group project, and we initially, tried to understand what kind of joineries are there. And when you are, good with your basics, I think you can. Nothing is difficult, yeah. Come on.
Okay. Devashish is asking, how is architectural college life and after architecture? Like, how is the educational journey and how is the afterwards journey?
Okay, so as an architect, I think it's the best part is, you be a photographer, you be an artist, you be a designer. So there are a lot of things like, matlab, you experiment with materials, you experiment with colors. So there is this wide range of understanding that you get through architecture. You look at city in completely different way. You know what building looks good to you and what doesn't, how it attracts people and how it doesn't. So as a architecture field, it's really good. The colleges, so in college also, since I was staying away from home, I was in college most of the time. So interacting with students, like other batchmates of mine, and interaction with teachers and the professors there. It's amazing. I mean, it is something that you should
Okay.
So, to just sum it up, it's an amazing experience. Um, Before going into architecture, yes, I also had some kind of expectations, and you also would be having. But I think you definitely will have a very good experience in any architecture college in India. And after architecture, I think it was again a very good experience. I've worked with Habib Khan in Nagpur, architect Habib Khan sir here in Nagpur. So, that 5 years of architecture prepares you in a way that you can actually handle a project or a site. So, you be very confident of, um, managing everything right from the project to execution. So, the post architecture life was also very nice. At times it is frustrating because you you're into this project, small details, they take a lot of time. Some projects you put a lot of work, but ultimately they do not happen. But the best part about architecture is you don't have to always go in an office to work. You can prepare, like, start your business or start your right from your place. You can do a lot of freelancing. You can move to other fields, as I mentioned. You can go to landscape, you can go to urban design, planning, interiors, technology, management. All these fields are, they make sure that all these fields are open for architects, and they have lot of scope, and this what do you call, lot of people want such kind of people to come in.
Right. Sania is asking, should we keep an eye on particular college to get into, or should we just give our best and get into the college we get? We deserve as per our portfolio. Like, should we keep an eye on the college, or should we go with whatever we deserve?
Definitely have a focus, guys, because even when I knew that my parents won't be sending me back like to any other city other than Nagpur, I knew where I want to go in. I always had this mind that I want to go into JJ. So if you have something in mind, definitely make that your focus. That will help you in working harder and achieving it. Ultimately, you leave it on the hard work. You believe in your hard work, and because and in that exam, what happens sometimes, our work, it's not very, we are not, everyone is not lucky every time. At times luck is something that also matters. Always
Right.
put your hard work at first place, and have some vision, and vision for yourself, to see yourself here in future.
Okay. Thank you. We have a question from Swaraj. Have you taken break after the bachelor's, or you directly did master's? What's your saying? Should we experience after bachelor's, or do we take admission after master's directly? Like,
So I did 1 year of job here in Nagpur. The reason why I took break is because I was, even when I knew that I want to go into urban design, I wanted to explore other fields as well, that where really I want to go in. So in that 1 year, I tried to, create a communication network. I tried to interact with people from different fields who were into animation, who were into, urban design, planning, interiors. And I tried to understand, what afterlife is, or what course give you. So definitely, like, it's not compulsory that you take a break. You can definitely, like, after you complete your bachelor's, you can definitely go for your master's, but you should be crystal clear of what exactly you want to do it. If you ask me that, if those 1 year where I did my did it help me to perform better for my masters? Yeah, it kind of helped me, because when you are in office, you try to be on the real grounds. You are on the real grounds, so you understand the real problem. So masters, you try to incorporate your design in a way that they are more practical and not theoretical. So in masters, your approach is more matured as compared to bachelors. But it's not compulsory. It's totally on individual choice where how you feel comfortable. But be very sure. Talk with people, communicate with people, and know about it before you apply or go for it.
Right. Great. Aditi Khandelwal is asking how to choose topic for thesis. Is she your junior or something? Aditi? अच्छा तुझी friend है. Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry, Aditi. Aditi is asking how to choose topic for thesis. Aditi is from SKNCOA. Right, yeah.
Okay. How to choose topic for your thesis? It's important that you select a topic that you can relate to, because ultimately when you propose something, you put yourself in that place and try to propose, so you can have a more good approach to that project. So if you are kind of engaged in some of the community activities, try to understand what are the problems, try to read. Now after this COVID-19, I think for us there is a lot of opportunity, because it's important for us to understand why cities are acting so differently, why a particular city is seeing so many kind of COVID positive patients, and why a particular city is not. So these small things, like when as an urban designer, when I look at particular thing, my perspective is more towards urban design. So I know that probably next time if I come for any news, I'll think in that perspective. So that's how I can relate myself to that problem which is one facing. So you kind of explore how what kind of project you like. And this is the one time where you can do anything and everything. So try to relate yourself with the topic, or some hobbies or something you are keen to know more about. Try to relate it to that and go in that direction and figure out what you want to do it and how you want to do it.
Okay. We have a question from Gauri. I heard from somewhere that JJ College presently teaches using the old techniques and doesn't go with the latest trend, that is using softwares and all. So what do you say? Are these rumors true? And then we don't fit with the other students during jobs if we do degree from JJ. What is your view on this, ma'am?
Okay, no, we do use softwares from, they make compulsory for you to use softwares right from third year. After third year, you tend to go. Obviously, it's your choice if you want to do something hand done, but they definitely try telling you to go switch on to the softwares. Where is the question? I want to read it again.
In the chat section.
Okay.
From Gauri.
Old techniques is something that all our colleges in India are using, because when I see my friends doing masters or bachelors from foreign university, they are more advanced, because that they don't have to go and research anything. Most of the research material for them is available. For us, we actually go on site and do a lot of research. So it's not the old technique. And in fact, I believe that these old techniques of going on site, designing, sketching, talking with people, or I don't know what you really mean by old technique, but for me it is this, that this old school, they're more focused on hand done drawings or something like that. So I think that's the best thing, because when you come to the software things, your mind gets very stagnant. Like they don't really allow you to be more creative. So this old technique is always good to go, but it's not that JJ don't focus on the newer technique. It always encourages you to move on to the softwares and explore it. So I don't believe that that's happening. I don't know who told you.
Okay, we have another question from Sankarshan. Does having an own architectural firm matters?
No, definitely no. So like it depends on yourself, like you. Like if you want to have your own practice, then you can do it. Like sitting at your home, you can do freelancing. The form doesn't need to be there. But if you're a person who are into research or something, then you can always get in touch with any universities or research firms that are there and work with them. So it's not compulsory to have your own firm.
Okay, great, great. Devashish has a question. What will be the future of architecture where there might be raised population, lack of space, and current COVID-19 situation, and there will be artificial intelligence? And we also have to see life of greens and other beings. So I think it's a very interesting question with current, if you can share your thoughts with this.
Yes, so as I mentioned, now we see this lot of different ideas that are coming in for our open spaces where, they have tried to create squares and they have tried to, create a space where you can actually keep yourself in distance with someone. So, post COVID, I think it's going to be very important for all of us, all of us to understand that you know um, what kind of emergencies can we see in future and how do we design places considering them. So even in housing, why it is important to have a corridor or a veranda, why older cities they had central courtyard. Now it's time that we actually relate ourselves back to the time where when we had this old houses and old buildings that were there. I mean, you know, I really hope that in India this politics actually, or this government try to incorporate us in a better way, give us more importance, because builders don't really understand the importance of the space. It's architect who makes the space.
Right.
So rising population is not a problem. I think definitely we'll find a solution for how to accommodate them, or how to accommodate migrants in our city. So all these have now kind of given us more opportunity to explore and come up with a better ideas for the city.
Right. We'll have a last question from Swaraj. Will after his questions regarding MBA after architecture, MBA in finance after architecture. So I don't. Okay, you go on with your question. MBA in architecture, MBA after
Okay.
architecture in finance.
MBA in finance. Okay, so definitely finance is one of the crucial thing, but you need to understand where you want to go in. So these bigger firms which are there, they try to incorporate architects with such financial knowledge. Then there is a lot of demand for architects with management
Background.
degrees or management post graduation. Yes. So it is helpful. It's just that you have to decide that what kind of work you want, and if you are interested, definitely go for finance. It's going to be in huge demand.
Okay. I don't think we have any questions after this. Few questions from me, Akanksha. Um, so what I would say is, so how was
Actually, can
the,
you be a little louder?
yes. How was your overall journey in architecture? Did you have fun, or was it like, how was it? How would you describe it in one way? Is it worth it? That's the question, I guess.
It's a worth it. It's worth it because I am the person who loves to travel basically. So architecture it opens up your doors to travel a lot of places. Like you explore from place to bigger cities also. Like in Mumbai, JJ helped me. Like not JJ specifically, but architecture it helped me to explore those posh area from Powai to the slum of Dharavi. So it is indeed one of the best experiences. I don't regret being an architect. that is what I know. At times it's frustrating because of the kind of work and load that we have, but I think it's worth it.
Right. Okay. Sure. Thank you. One more, a little different type of question. How many hours do you sleep in a week in architecture? That's something that they should know. I think that's pretty important.
I actually don't. It's very. I mean, I don't know. It's fortunate or unfortunate, but for me, it's fortunate that I work in US time. I sleep during days and work during night because I think that's very efficient for me to work. But uh, uh, I in bachelor's I hardly used to sleep for 6 hours. But I think it's not about sleep, but I think it's important for us to do smart work and not spoil our health by sleeping less. Don't do what I did. Sleep for minimum of 8 hours at least. Architect, but please try to manage that because this is always going to happen. Like even when you are in profession, your clients are going to sit in your head and tell you to do work, but you have to manage, and you have to manage both the work life and your health life.
Yeah. Okay. I think we can wrap up now. One last questions. What is one piece of advice that you would give to 18 years old yourself now? Well, since you are completed your architecture and your masters also, what one piece of advice that you would give to yourself? And basically, these kids who are going for architecture now.
Yeah. I think you guys should understand that life is not permanent. There are many temporary things that are going to come in your life, and that is what makes your life. So, when I was 18 years old, I was all worried what is going to happen in future, how I'm going to be, where I'm going to be. But I think just give a chill pill to yourself, relax, go with the flow, but set your focus to something that you always wanted to have. So, yeah.
Okay. Chalo, thank you, Akanksha, very much. It was a great session. I think everyone loved it. We can see it in the comments. It was really nice, really nice.
Yeah.
Coming from, I mean, I think a lot of people are looking for JJ and CEPT to go for their colleges. Very great comments. After listening to you, I feel confident. Great session, ma'am. Looking forward for more. Great session. Nice, nice. Chalo, that's great. So that was. I'm gonna boast a little bit about me now because she's a very good friend of mine. We know each other from NATA preparation days. You can hear me, right?
Sorry?
You can hear me, Akanksha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we hope. Oh, you do you want to show your work, the illustration that you're doing now?
uh, I think I'll not show it here. They can visit my profile. The thing is that I don't know if I'll be able to show it here.
I can show it.
I think they can visit the profile if they're interested in, because not everyone must be interested in seeing that.
Wait. Let me just give them a little this thing. So right now, because of I mean, she always, as we saw from her overall portfolio, she always is interested in this, in illustration. So I'm going to show you the new venture that she's into. So she's into illustrations, personalized gift illustrations. So yeah, this is an illustration. Which software is this, Akanksha? This is Illustrator, right? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Which software is this? Hello? Aku?
Yeah.
What software is this? Look.
Okay. So we have used Illustrator and Photoshop for this.
Okay. So this is her new venture, guys, by the name of the Happy Envelope. Yeah, sorry, please go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So me and my friend, we always wanted to, start something of our own since a very long time. So after my masters, we decided to start with illustration because that was something that both of us were very interested in. So the good thing and good test that we got very good response. So we are actually unable to do what we were supposed to do. We were looking for introducing products, but because of the lockdown, we are not able to do that. But sooner or later, we'll come up with products also, and in fact, we collaborate with different artists as well who don't have a lot of exposure. So we try to incorporate or incorporate their designs and give them credit so that even they are able to expand their field and get some significance to some extent.
Yes. Okay. I think we will wrap up the session now.
I think it was a very long session. I didn't expect it to be
but it was
long.
fun. I guess it was a lot of fun for them. It was a lot of fun for me. But she
Yeah.
has a lot of different work to do. So we'll say goodbye to her now. If you want to connect her on Instagram, her profile is there on the Instagram post. I have also shared the Happy Envelope का link on the chat. अगर आप यहाँ से link copy कर सकते हो, and you can always connect with her on the Instagram. But don't spam her. I know you loved her session, but don't spam her Instagram account. Okay, don't do that.
No, it's okay. If you have some questions or doubts, definitely come up, guys. Because I was also at your place, and I was also looking for some kind of motivation. So definitely text me or message me if you have some doubts. No problem.
Right. Okay. Chalo. Thank you, Akanksha, and we look forward to more sessions from you. Okay. Chalo. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for coming. It was a
Thank you
great
so
session.
much for joining.
Thank you. Yes. Bye bye.
Yes.
Bye bye.